Hi Facebook friends, my name's Heather Gray. I'm over at choosetohaveitall.com. I'm a personal development coach working with people to build their big lives. And I used to be a therapist, and recently a friend asked me, given all the challenges that you used to experience being a therapist, is there anything that's kind of hard about being a coach? And the reality is that yeah, there is. And it's because I think in coaching, I'm working with a lot of already high functioning, high performing individuals, people who have already accomplished a lot for themselves. But when they look at the goals they have for themselves, they just like get stuck and frozen, and they come up with all kinds of reasons for why they're not moving. They'll tell me that they don't have time. They'll say that they haven't learned enough, or they haven't gone to enough schooling, so they haven't gotten the training they need. Or they'll tell me there's other people out there doing lives better or bigger than they are, so what do they think they can do to make any kind of difference? And it boggles my mind every single time, because I don't think that most of the people who are feeling like they're not in the lives they want realize that they literally are the only thing getting in their own way. They're their own obstacle, and they're their own worst enemy. And after that conversation, I started thinking about it, and I started thinking about other people I've helped, and I realized that so consistently that when I'm doing personal development with people, when I'm helping them build their big lives, either personally or professionally, the thing that really gets in the way is that they are stuck and frozen in fear and inaction. And they really don't need to be, because there's tools and strategies for getting on the other side of those things. But I think sometimes when we hear about fear and we hear about anxiety, the thing that we're so consistently told when we tell someone, oh, I'm kind of nervous about that, or oh, I'm kind of afraid of that, is the automatic response is don't worry about it, or, just do it anyway. Or we'll hear, like, in one of my personal favorite quotes that I'm prone to say too often, is we have to want something more than we're afraid of it. And I think all of that is completely true, that unless we really, really want something, we're not going to do the changes and the internal work we need to do to create the life that we want, to do what we need to do to get over the hump of fear. But I think a lot of that comes down to the fact that that's where the messaging stops, is that we send these motivational quotes out into the universe, and we put them on Pinterest, and we flash them here and there on Facebook, and it's suddenly like as if we've motivated people with a quick inspirational word, that's suddenly supposed to be enough to destabilize and unroot like really tough fear. It holds people in place on a level that, unless you've experienced it, you probably don't understand. Because what happens for folks when they're really scared is the hater in their head gets super loud, and they start hearing the what abouts and yeah buts and what ifs and reason after reason. They just start collecting this army of examples of reasons why they can't, why not them, and why not now. And that's just like any anxiety. That actually is how anxiety starts. It starts with having this thought of what if, or yeah, but, and we latch on to that, and it wires our brains to go looking for it. So the only thing we end up seeing are all of the examples for why we should be afraid. And so when people get stuck, when they're talking about building their big lives, and they get stuck with that, but what if you fail? What if you give it your all? What if you try your best and it doesn't work? Or have you thought about how often other people have failed? Do you know that one in every X business that's been started fails? Or do you know how many people go off and live their big lives and end up bankrupt? And there's all of these fears and worries that get tangled up, and people just get frozen. And for those of you who haven't been there, good on you, because you're going to be able to take action right away. You can decide what you want your life to be, and you can just start to move. But I know that there's others of you out there, and those are the ones that I want to talk to today. There is a way to start fearing less. You don't have to just wait until you believe it to be possible. You don't have to just sit thinking your way to confidence. There's a way to take action, and I think I can help. And here's how I'd like to do it. Next week, starting Monday, March 6th, I am going to start a free Fearless challenge. That's it. Fearing less. 5 days to getting rid of your fears, kicking them in the ass so you can start building the life that you want. I'll do a daily Facebook Live video right here on the page where you're finding me now. I'll send you a follow-up email with more actionable tips and exercises you can take to put my ideas into action. And in 5 days, we can start kicking at the root of your fears, pulling them up from the ground, even if the ground is super frozen and you're feeling super stuck. And we're going to get them out of there so that by the following week, you're ready to start taking action, to start making the changes you need to make in your life to live your big life. And here's the thing, it's funny, as I asked people, right, when I was starting to talk about this and thinking about how I would do this, like, what's your dream? And I heard everything from, I want to be able to be location independent and live in another country for 6 months at a time, to I want to have more patience with my kids when I'm at home so that they don't make me crazy. And it doesn't matter the size of the dream, because the root of why those things aren't happening for you and the root of why it hasn't been possible yet is you're letting fear get in the way. You're believing the voice in your head, you're looking at all different kinds of facts and figures, and you're convincing yourself that it's not possible when in fact it's bullshit. But I do need to teach you how to talk back to the hater in your head. And I can't do that in just one video, and I can't do that in one conversation. It really takes a series of steps to really start to integrate a new way of thinking and a new way of living into your regular everyday. And that's why I started the 5-day challenge. I'm going to kick it off on Monday, and I'm going to tell you about Suzanne. And you should stay tuned for Suzanne because she's pretty cool. I'm not a business coach. Like I said, I'm a personal development coach, and she doesn't own a business. But she came to me with a pile of fears, and in 1 hour conversation, she made $20,000. Not bullshitting. I know that, like, you see those posts all the time about people who make X amount of money in X amount of days, and I never thought I'd be one of those coaches selling that story, and I certainly never thought I'd have one of those clients having that story. But the reality is that the problem she came to me with had nothing to do with running a business. Absolutely nothing. It had to do with her personal life and her professional goals for herself, but at the root of it, she had a pile of fears. And once we uprooted them and once we talked about them, we were able to kick them in the ass, and she met her dream and she got her needs met. And that's as simple as it is and as hard as it is, because it's kind of simple in idea and hard in execution, which is why I want to hold your hand through the process with daily support. I'm going to offer 2 links to my community group so you can join me in there, where you can ask questions about your specific situation, tell me what you specifically are working on and what you would like to achieve, and together by the end of the week we're going to start crushing those dreams and kicking fear to the curb. I know you can live your big life, and I know that I can't send that message in just some quick and witty meme. It just doesn't work that way. You need the tools and the strategies, and I think I'm the person to give them to you. So at the end of this video, underneath the comments, you're going to see a link to the challenge. It's choosetohaveitall.com/fearless. And if you go to that link and click on it, you're going to sign yourself up. You're going to get all of the material you need to sort of get yourself organized, get yourself ready, and start kicking some fear's ass right where it counts, because you have to believe in it, and you have to want to think differently. You have to be so fed up with yourself about that, like, you're tired of feeling like an imposter in your own life, and you're tired of not moving, knowing you could, simply because you can't get out of your own way or out of your own head. And I know that you can take action today. I know that you can change the way you think, and I know you can change the way you move, and I'm happy to help you. But here's the thing. If you're not open to a new way of thinking, and you're not open to a new way of living, you probably shouldn't sign up for this challenge, because I'm going to challenge the heck out of you. It's going to be hard, and it's going to be uncomfortable, because that's the whole reason why you haven't moved yet, because it is hard and it's uncomfortable and nobody's given you the roadmap. And I think this challenge that we're going to do together next week is going to give you the exact tools, tips, and strategies you need. Excuse me, allergy season. Allergy season here in New England. It's happened to me twice now. 2 Facebook Live videos in a row, and I'm either sneezing or coughing. Sorry about that, guys. But here's the thing, like, you really do, like, need to believe in this. I can't believe in it enough for you. That's just where things fail. That's when you stop clicking on the video. That's when you stop opening the emails, because like, you just don't feel ready. But if you're ready and you have some goals and questions you have in mind for yourself, you have some things that you want to work on, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you're working on. Get in on that challenge, choosetohaveitall.com/fearless. And again, I'll put the links in, and get going on this, because together I know we can accomplish something great in just 5 days. Free challenge. You've got nothing to lose, everything to gain. I certainly hope you'll join me next week, and I look forward to seeing you then. Have a great day, everybody, and here's to being fearless. Bye.